Peter Jenkins is walking across America with his dog Cooper to find out if America is still a great country that he should live in. He is currently in the town of Chattingham Hill and has heard about a man who lives in the mountains named Homer Davenport. Homer is a mountain man that hates society and chooses to live in the mountains to get away from it. As Peter hikes to Homer's home, many people tell him that Homer will like him right away because of his beard and scruffy look. So he sets out in search of the mountain man Homer. As Peter makes his way up the mountain where Homer lives, he comes up to a little old shack. He knocks on the door and a little old man comes out and in a weak voice says,
What do you want, boy?
Are you Homer Davenport, the crazy mountain man that I have heard bushels about?
No, I ain't Homer. He lives about 3 miles further up the mountain. I'm his only neighbor, and my name is Douglas Allison. Lived right here for my 62 years and 40 in this cabin.
Peter and Douglas talked, and Douglas gave Peter specific directions to Homer's home.
Okay, well I'm going to mosey on up there because everyone recommended I visit him.
Okay, I'll still be here, Sonny. Good luck making friends with him.
Peter continued up the mountain with Cooper until they came across an old man that seemed ageless and shirtless.
I wonder if this is Homer, the mysterious mountain man I've heard so much about.
Boy, what are you doing on my mountain?
I was looking for a man named Homer Davenport.
That would be me.
Homer paused to pass a quick judgment and look Peter over.
I'm going down the mountain to get some supplies. You and that dog of yours can come along if you like. If not, get off my land.
Homer slung a burlap sack over his back and they started their trip down the mountain. Homer moved with speed and grace, making his way down the mountain. All of a sudden, breaking the silence, Homer asked,
What did you say you were up to again, and what's your name?
Well, I'm Peter Jenkins, and this here is Cooper, and together we're walking across America.
Well, why are you doing that?
As Peter began to reply, Homer cut him off and said,
Why don't you stay with me for a few days in my cabin on the mountain?
Peter was so excited but couldn't respond because he was trying to keep up with Homer. They went down to the store, and Peter watched as Homer filled his sack with supplies. Peter purchased an ice cream sandwich for them both, and when they finished eating, they started heading back up the mountain. When they finally reached the top of Homer's mountain, they went inside, and Homer broke the silence.
You looking at my bed?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, I prefer sleeping on a hard bed. Keeps me strong and straight.
As Peter observed the room, Homer started making their dinner. Homer started to brag about his homegrown veggies.
Pete, you ever seen one of these before?
Nope, never have.
This here's one of my homegrown yellow beets. It was grown in the world's best soil right here at my place. Pete, can you go fetch me a bucket of water? Get you one of them coat hangers and cook yourself a chop of meat. It'll be the best you've ever had.
Peter had been a vegetarian for the last couple of years, but Homer didn't know this, and never will. He thought to himself,
It is a horror to think that we eat meat that is fed grain, but instead we should be eating the grain and end world hunger. But this was not grown and produced by a factory. This meat was from Homer's own mountain, a 100% natural diet. I might as well try it. What can it hurt?
Dinner's done. Come and get it.
Peter enjoyed his first taste of meat in 3 years, but then saw another pot on the fire and was wondering what it was.
Homer, whatever you are cooking in that pot sure does smell good. Is it some homemade candy or some delicious dessert you're making us?
Why don't you go take a look and pour it all over your plate?
Peter opened the pot and saw a red bubbling mixture, nothing like candy or any type of dessert.
Haha, Pete, that's candy all right. Candy for the dogs. They love the stuff. Would you kindly give it to them?
Well, what is it?
That there's raccoon.
Peter finished his dinner, and after, he started to ask Homer all the questions he could think of while he whittled a piece of ash.
Where did Homer come from? Where was he born? Did he come here running away from the city? Was he native of the Appalachians? How long have you been here?
Well, if you ain't nosy, son, let's just say I've been up here long enough to know that I don't want to be down there ever again. Me and my sons have got a big farm down in the valley. Yeah, it's where I used to live, but no more. Never.
They laid there in the ashwood shavings, trading secrets all night until dawn. Peter and Cooper stayed with Homer for 2 more perfect days and nights. The next morning, Peter and Homer looked over the Davenport farm and is introduced Peter to his youngest son, Buck. After a cup of coffee, they headed home.
Pete, you know, I want to tell you a story that most people don't learn until something real bad happens in their life.
Sure, what is it?
One thing I've learned is that you never know what's going to happen to you in this old life. Everything can change just like that. You never know what might happen to you in that dog of yours. You know what you should do, Pete? You ought to settle down here on my mountain. I'll teach you all the ways of living up here, and someday when you get a place built, you can have yourself a family. And besides, you know I ain't going to be here forever. When I leave, then you can take care of this place for me. You understand more than anyone why I love this place so much. I know you wouldn't let them lumbermen and hunters come up here and hurt my place.
Homer, what you just said was beautiful, but I don't know. I'll have to give it some serious thought, okay?
Homer quickly started up the mountain again and left Peter behind, and Peter got lost. He made many wrong turns until he found the post of curving barbed wire fence hinge, a sign, and realized again why he was making his walk. After more wrong turns and Peter finally found Homer's oil lamps and flickering fireplace, Cooper could tell something was up. You could tell Homer was in the kitchen because the perfume smells from his cooking were drifting through the logs.
Homer, maybe someday Cooper and I will come back here to live with you on your mountain. Tomorrow, though, we're going to walk across the country. We love it here more than any place we've ever been, and we'll probably be back.
Yeah, figures. You're young, but you'll be back. You'll see there's nothing out there for people like us. You'll be back. And this place will be here even if I ain't.
They ate dinner fit for 2 oil sheiks, and the dessert they talked about life. Homer carved and Peter asked more questions until it turned to Peter's background. Homer couldn't understand Peter grew up or anything about how he lived. The next morning, Peter woke up to the smell of Homer's breakfast. Homer went over to Peter and sat down on a stump and tried to make a speech.
Before you leave here, I want to set you straight on a couple of things. You know from what you heard about me that there ain't many humans allowed up on my mountain, right? If I find out that you were lying, I'll kill you. Now you have to give me your word about one thing. Them pictures you took of me in this there house, you promised me that you only use them to show friends you told me about that grew up in the weird city place of yours.
I promise. All I want to do with the pictures I took of you is to show other people like me that you're for real and that they could live like you. Otherwise, they'd never believe me. My city friends don't have to stay trapped in the cities when they hear about mountain men like you.
Homer put his dog, Brownie, in his house so Peter and Cooper could leave. Homer and Peter said their farewells without any tears or speeches, but a deep feeling from the experience. After 25 feet, Homer shouted to Peter,
Peter! Don't forget, no matter how far you get from these mountains, they're in your soul now. No tongue will ever tell you how it feels to be part of these mountains. You'll be back.
As Peter walked down the mountains and went to the post office to send a postcard of his experience with his new mountain man hero, Homer Davenport.
Alright.
Okay, ready? And go.
Peter continued up the mountain with Cooper until they came across an old man that seemed ageless and shirtless.
Wow, we need to redo that.
What the
I can't swim up.
How could you not climb up a mountain?
Because it's like,
Okay,
like,
start right here. Start right here. Do you see this?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Hold on, I might have to sneeze.
You might have to sneeze.
Yeah,
Just keep
Lane,
that in the recording.
I think Lane...
Okay, can,
Oh, hold on. Feel.
is this gonna be much longer?
Paused to pass a quick judgment and look Peter over.
I'm going down the mountain to get some supplies. You and that dog of yours can come along if not. Oh my god, someone laughed. Someone laughed.
I had to turn off my mic.
Alright, good.
because in the
I wanted to
beginning,
restart
I turned
anyway.
off
That
my
wasn't the
mic.
voice I wanted to use.
Yeah, ready, starting with the narrator.
I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Peter continued up the mountain with Cooper until they came across an old man that seemed ageless and shirtless.
I wonder if this is Homer, the mysterious mountain man I've heard so much about.
Cut. What is that noise into the background. Who is?
Someone like dropped all their spoons.
Yeah, who is doing dishes?
Oh my gosh.
Blake, was that you?
No.
No.
Wait, that
Who
was
was-
Aaron.
The mountain with Cooper until they came across an old man that seemed ageless and shirtless.
I wonder if this is Homer, the mysterious mountain man I've heard so much about.
Bushels.
What are you doing?
Who just
Lane.
busted out laughing?
Lane,
Lane,
why
you
did you
for-
not say any? You're just.
Oh no, he left the.
No, dude,
Thing
he's
again.
breathing into the mic heavily, and then he just DC'd.
Did you say you were up to again? And what's your name?
God,
Well,
God, are you kidding me? Who just called? Grandma.
Grandma! Come on, Grandma!
Lane. Lane.
I'm gonna kill you.
Lane. Oh my gosh. Lane, get it. Oh my god.
Hey.
Checking out my bed, boy.
God, God dang it.
Jacob, you
God.
just completely messed that up.
Oh, God.
Let them walk
Three-
in.
Shut up! 3, 2, 1, go. Why?
Why?
Lane not saying anything.
No one could fit through the door.
Why did you come back in here? What the-
Restart.
You checking out my bed, boy?
What?
You said checking out. That sounds so much weirder than looking at.
You checking out my bed? You checking out my bed, boy?
Come
on.
Mute your mic,
Ew, what was
God. Mute your mic.
Alright.
2, 1, go.
You checking out my bed, boy?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, I prefer sleeping in a hard bed. Keeps me strong and straight.
As Peter observed the room, crap, my computer just died.
God dang it!
What did I say about checking out? We said looking. You said
We are gonna go with checking my way. We're
Fine,
doing it.
I'm gonna laugh through that with my mic muted. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't.
Okay, everyone take a second.
I need to go take a walk. I'm gonna go take a walk. I need to compose myself.
Wait. Where? Where are you going?
Taking a walk. It doesn't matter where I'm going. I'm walking across America.
Everyone... Okay, that's not the
Oh,
Peter shot.
I found my computer charger.
Wait, Lane, I'm
Oh.
coming with you.
Nope.
Go.
I can't even do it. I have the giggles. That's my fault. Peter, don't leave me. Peter, I love you.
Peter, I love
Peter.
you.
Peter, what
Peter, come back.
Special.
You can put it all on me.